Hello everybody, welcome to Easy Update. This is our mid-year check-in for our Fantasy Critic League. A lot of people have been bitching and moaning, asking me about this thing. We were never not gonna do it.
Well, here you go.
Here it is, you swine! We're joined by Don Casanova.
That's you. Oh.
I'm taken aback. I'm taken aback because people just like this.
Yeah, they love it.
They put up with it.
They were requesting it.
Apparently,
some of them,
I haven't seen any of these
There were a lot of
requests.
very nice requests. There were one or two people were like, on an unrelated thing, they were just like, where's the Fantasy Critic League?
To me, I've seen people
Meh.
request for cancellations. I have seen no requests. I've heard of these requests, but I've seen no requests.
Uh-huh.
Do you get cancellation requests?
Several people have requested to me, just pull the plug on this thing. I say, don't you want us to finish out the season? They say, what's the point?
Yeah.
Just pull the plug.
I think those people might be you, Don.
That might be me. It might be.
So, obviously, kidding aside, this is our FantasyCritic.Games League. We've been doing this for 3 or 4 years. Yeah, this is our 3rd year. We love it. It's a lot of fun. Kyle and Don and I have been embroiled in a heated battle to decide who the smartest person at our company is. I've won the last 2 years.
I thought you won 3.
This is our 3rd, isn't it?
Is it not? Is that it?
This is year 3.
Oh.
This is the 3rd year, I believe, yeah.
Okay.
Who knows if I'll get to hang on to it a 3rd year, or if Don or Kyle will take it. I'm trying. We're all trying. This is the hottest competition I think we've ever had is this year.
It's worth bringing up that this is the first year Don has really cared.
Yeah.
I was going to say, is this the first year I broke 100
Well, not yet.
points? Oh, those are projected. I didn't break.
You have 49 points right now.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Don't you count those chickens yet, Don?
I'm already in trouble.
Did you count those chickens? Although, if you do count those chickens, they're middling at best.
Dang it. My flock is screwed.
Do we want to address this right away? Oh, wait, should we share our screen with you, Kyle?
I can look at it here too.
Okay,
I got it pulled up as well.
There's this thing up at the top here that says there are active trades under consideration. I noticed this pop up a month or two ago, Kyle.
Go ahead and click on that.
I'm going to click on that. Kyle is is attempting to trade Don for... Kyle would get God of War Ragnarok. Don would get Splatoon 3 and $40.
$40 of budget.
Now, let me tell you something, Kyle, okay?
Proposed July 6th, so like a month ago.
Look at this. Splatoon 3 is going to be well-reviewed.
This will be beneficial to both parties.
I could use $40 of real-world cash, though, Kyle. What do you think? $40.
This is not
I'm
real
positive
money.
we
That's
said
what I'm
no to
saying.
that. I'm positive we've already said no to this.
You've already said no.
I would love
No,
to
this
do
is
real
something
money.
you've brought up before. You're like,
Okay.
can I get real money? And I'm positive we said no, we cannot involve real money.
All right.
I remember when you wanted to say that there should be some incentive for not spending
There
all your
should be an
money, and the
incentive.
creator of this website was like, don't do that.
There should be an incentive.
Don't do that.
How do you reject that trade?
So are you going to go forward
I'm
with
not
this
going
trade?
for this. No, God of War Ragnarok's the only thing I've got left.
So yeah,
Maybe
Don,
Don, maybe what I can do
What
is
do I need
can
$40 for? It's going to do nothing for
I
me.
can also take on some of your shit. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? I'll give you more of my bad games?
Yeah, give me God of War Ragnarok and Starfield, and I'll give you Splatoon 3. Maybe we could do something like that.
Let me see. Can I give you... Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Could I give you... Trek to Yomi, Super Mario Battle League. Here's the deal. Trek to Yomi, Super Mario Battle League, Starfield.
We're talking 5 total points there across 3 games.
And you give me the $40 and God of War and Splatoon. Wait, no, you know what I'm saying. I and Splatoon.
I'm taking on too much. And in fact, I couldn't even take on all that weight. I don't have enough open slots.
Your team is full, and
I couldn't take on all that weight, Don.
Slot.
Oh, Bossman only has 1.
Mm-hmm. It's basically fantasy football for video games, by the way. If you just wandered into this video.
All right, yeah, I kind of got distracted.
Oh yeah, should we
midway
explain
through
what's
explaining
happening?
what this is? Yeah, so we are pretending to be publishers, and we are drafting games, and then you get points based on how many or their review scores. So above a 70 is good. Above a 90, you get, I believe, 2 points per point above 90. Most games on average, unless you're picking stinkers, will gain, I guess the average the creator said is like 77. So anything in the 80s and you're doing great. But below 70, below a 7, you lose points. So I think
why is
GP.
Kyle continuing to add? I'm noticing things. He added the jester card. Okay, he's changed his icon, and he's also added now this little slogan to his
slogan
team.
Don, what do you think they call the jester card?
The jester.
Yep, that's the one.
You buy a new deck of cards, you peel the jester off the top?
Well, there's usually 2 jesters, Kyle. You usually got the 2 jesters out of there. The twins.
So this is actually cool. They added both of these. The icon is you have to be a patron of Fantasy Critic. Then you get access to adding your own icon. But I think the corporate slogan is open to anyone.
I don't like the slogan that you chose.
If you're not toxic, you're last.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Words to live by.
Come up with your own corporate slogan.
I don't like that slogan.
That was awesome. That was another new addition this year.
All right, I got a trade for you. Let's finish this trade talk. Did you explain the game? Do people know what's happening?
I think we've explained it. Yeah.
All right, Kyle.
We start in January. We start at the beginning of a year, so that's why we're halfway through our season, basically.
Yeah, this is our mid-year check-in. We do it usually after E3, but what is E3 anymore? Now it's just the end of July.
Here's my trade.
Okay.
I give you God of War, which is obviously going to be
90 plus,
the highest scoring game of the year, probably across the boards. In return, go down to Bossman's lineup. Let me see here. In return, you give me Forbidden West. You give me Gran Turismo 7.
You can just stop right there. Just stop right there.
You drop Kirby and the Forgotten.
You can't do that.
What do you mean?
You wouldn't be allowed to drop it.
You can't drop a game that's already given you points.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can't drop that. All right. So then, I'll meet you halfway then. You drop, I'll get Horizon, I'll get Gran Turismo, and...
Feels like we should be doing this at the end. After going through all of our teams.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Something
Let's
to think
go through
about.
our teams.
You see where I'm going.
I'll think about it.
You see where I'm going.
We'll
see where everyone's feeling emotionally about. Yeah.
All right, let's slow down.
So I have 60. So you can bid on games throughout the year with this budget. I have $61 fictional. It's all fictional money. Bossman has 54. Don has 19. Yeah, and Don and Bossman have basically full teams, and I still have 4 slots left. Bossman has 1. You can drop games that you...
I'd say you got 5. Look, because of Sea of Stars, you're going to have to drop that too.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I can drop that.
You got some work to do.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can drop?
You can drop things that you drafted that will not release. So, no, I think this is after.
Yeah, you're out of droppables.
Yeah,
Prince of Persia and Starfield, you picked up after the draft, I think.
Yeah. I think, yeah, he did. He added them like 2 days later along with Skull and Bones. So then one of us immediately locked into it. I counterpicked Gigabash just like a week ago because I'm not confident.
I think that's rude.
This game's going to be a lot of fun.
You think it's rude? I heard, Chad was saying that you had something to say about this.
It was a rude move.
Why? Here's the thing.
I agree.
I was panicking because you see the warning. That
it's a warning sign, yeah.
Yeah, if you don't counterpick something by the end of the year, you lose 15 points. And so I was just betting, and Don and I lost a bet with each other or whatever, so neither of us can counterpick Fire Emblem, which is stupid.
We made a pact.
Hold on, what's the bet?
It wasn't a bet.
It wasn't a bet.
It was just a pact. We
Because
made a
I
pact.
was going to drop it.
But I would already.
And then Don was-
essentially, I was gonna.
We had both said in
I
our
was gonna
minds.
pick it prior to Isla ever deciding to
counterpick it.
counterpick it. But then,
Neither of us actually did it. So then on a stream,
yeah.
I was like, he was like, oh,
She
I'm
was
gonna
like, I was
counterpick
thinking
that.
of counterpicking. I was like, yeah, but I was thinking of counterpicking that 2 weeks ago.
And then I was like, I was thinking of counterpicking it
15
3
days
weeks
ago.
ago.
And then I was like, yeah, so we just made a pact.
So then we were like, all right, nobody counterpicks it, which only benefits Kyle.
Yeah.
Like, Don, you should counterpick it.
I won't go back on my word.
I allow you to
I
go
get what
back.
you're doing there. There weren't a lot of options. It just seems like you're calling out a poor little game that doesn't need to be called out.
That was never my intention. I just
This game is going to surprise a lot of
lose
people.
points.
I'm still confident in that.
What's funny is when this video's up, the reviews are out.
It'll
People
be
already
out.
know if Gig.
People
they
are
already know.
enjoying this game right now, right? It's a fun game, isn't
Yeah.
it? The fighting is deeper than expected.
We're filming this on Wednesday, and that game comes out this Friday, I think. So when you're seeing this, that game will be out, and we'll know if it was a smart move or not. But right now, we don't know.
This thing has to be mid-80s.
I'll be surprised, but good for them then. That'll be great. That'll be our worst counterpick then, I think.
I'm nervous about Saints Row. I count it. That'll be this month too.
That was
I get
a
hurt
bold
pretty bad by that.
counterpick.
I'm feeling a little bit better about Saints Row lately, honestly.
Here,
Yeah.
Don, take us through your team. Talk about your team.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about this team.
All right, real quick, we'll move through. So Silk Song, we know what the situation is. Next 12 months, well, that could be into next year is what they said. So we're not guaranteed. I still have to say this game has to come out before Christmas. But I'll tell you what.
It has to. What do you don't get to say that.
It has to come
You'd
out
like
before
it to, for
Christmas.
sure.
I mean, what are they going to do with this game after Christmas? They might as well just forget about it because it's so far beyond past the hype at this point. I think
What?
people are starting to not care. People are just
Oh
starting
my
to not
gosh.
care at this point. Did you see this last trailer? It was desperation. I'm saying, what on earth? You're showing us 90% of the game now and without a release date? Why?
This
For
is
sure,
the
that was
ground floor of our
90%.
team.
For sure, yeah.
I mean, that was an excessive amount of footage to the nth degree, and I'm thinking, why on earth is this happening? If you don't release it before Christmas, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Pretty sure the final boss was in that trailer.
Yeah.
I've
Just
lost
Batgirl it. Just
I've lost a
Batgirl it.
lot of faith in this game, so now I'm not happy with this that I have it. However, I still think it's got to do 80 something, right? Hopefully,
Easily.
if it comes out before
90
Christmas.
plus.
Yeah, I
if it
think
comes
it'll
out, when that game comes out, it's 90 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it'll
Ninja
be like
Turtles.
92.
This is the problem with the industry. You know, this is the issue with with the fantasy, whatever these critic
86 is a very. He was talking about this a month
unacceptable.
ago.
This is absolutely unacceptable, Kyle.
What do you want? That's such a good score.
An 86. This should be 96. Do you not agree? Have you played the game? Have you played the game?
Yes.
And
Several times.
96, or what are you thinking? What's your personal rating of this game?
I would even have it below 86. I love the game to death, Don.
gosh. Yeah. How
But
on earth-
it's a simple
All right.
arcade game. It is what it is. The
Yeah.
game triumphs as a simple arcade game.
Oh, no.
86 is
A
right on the nose,
simple
I think.
arcade game is a game
Yes.
that has punch, kick, maybe a dodge. How many pages of instructions does this book have on combinations you can do, moves? 30 plus pages of instructions for a beat 'em
There's
up?
no way. No, it doesn't, because
Go
you have a
back
super
again.
move that you can just taunt and refill your super meter and then do it again.
Yeah, but that's one of 30 things you can do. 30 things
Okay,
is not
all
a
right.
shallow
All right.
arcade game. This is
Maybe
a
like
deep,
20
deep,
things.
deep arcade game. Over 30 plus pages of instructions.
Some of the best 2D sprite art I've seen in a long time.
Very good.
An absolute
Captures the
fan service
feeling, yeah.
dream.
Yeah.
Other than one jump, there's one flaw in the entire game. I forget what level it is. It's late. It's like 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there. There's one jump that was designed badly. It's where you jump off to the next level and you can't see something about the hitbox on the platform where you're supposed to land isn't programmed right. That's the
Talking about the
only-
construction level?
No, I want to say it's already when we're near the other planet with the tech.
We're
I know
Dimension
spoilers.
X.
Yeah, but I believe it's maybe the first level of Dimension X. Somewhere in Dimension X, there's a jump Other than that, the game is flawless. I know this isn't the place to debate it, but this is a problem, I think. The industry needs to face this at some point of like, hey, what are we doing? So there's no perfect video. So we just live in a world where there's no perfect games. Why can't there be perfect games?
Wait, there was a perfect game that came out this. We'll talk about it.
Elden Ring?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there.
All right. Anyway, the rest of my team, well, we'll go through first. I don't want to take too long. King of Fighters.
Yeah.
Rated lower than it deserved. Saints Row, I still have a lot of faith in this. As a reboot, I'm pretty excited.
What was your thought process? Because you counterpicked this in our original draft, right? Or did you counterpick this later, Bossman?
No, I counterpicked it immediately. This was actually before its delay.
Was before we even saw footage of it, I think.
Right. They delayed it pretty soon after that, and for quality reasons, it was the right decision for the game, and it's going to help out Don's team.
Yeah.
I mean, the game looks polished as hell. When they released the character, all the pushing all the character creator stuff to the front and center, I honestly got a little bit nervous because I was like, "This isn't what I was hoping."
They've always done that.
I know. That's why I really felt like this was going to be a little something different, though, that they were going to do. When I saw the game, I said, "Oh, this isn't as different as I was hoping it would be." But it's still, I feel like they're maybe not showing how fun this game is yet. It's actually going to be a lot of fun. So I do have a lot of faith. Saints Row will get into their low 90s now, maybe a 91, 92, 93.
That's optimistic. I think 80s, yeah.
Weird West got a 75. Honestly, I don't know what happened there. I don't remember. I mean, it's a good game, right?
You got devolvered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good trailers.
I guess so.
Middling games.
God of War, obviously, this is my AAA. Should still deliver. Warhammer, this is a risk I took. I had a feeling it may not come out, obviously this year.
I counterpicked it solely thinking it just wouldn't hit this year. I think it'll be a fun game. I just
Metal
didn't think
Slug Tactics was one I had a huge amount of faith in. I still do, but I'll tell you what. I am just absolutely rattled by this. I could have sworn this was going to... They showed it off when? Back in November or something was when we first saw this? Or maybe for the Game Awards, December? This thing looked like it was right around the corner. I thought this was going to be a February release. And so the fact that there's still,
no date
radio silence on the date, I'm baffled what's going on here. I thought it was ready to release. Advance Wars 1 and 2, similar kind of thing. This kind of thing where they delayed it because of, political realities in the world, this and that. And now we don't know what the heck. I mean, how are they going to resolve this? Because these political realities are unending and this is our future. So
that war's not ending before the end of this year. You should probably drop that game.
Advance Wars, I've been thinking about it, but am I able to? I thought there was a reason why I couldn't.
If you drafted it,
you're
right.
It's
not counterpicked.
There's some reason why I can't drop it.
You can't drop it until Nintendo officially says it's not coming out this year.
Right. Yeah, I think we have it set that you can only drop once it's not releasing.
Triangle
So that's what you counterpick?
What?
I
don't counterpick Giga Bash.
Oh,
I wasn't thinking about it.
He's trying to create a bigger buffer zone between himself and you, Isla. This is dirty tactics. Look at this. Advanced Wars Triangle Strategy, again, raw deal. Prince of Persia. This is going to be...
talking, I think, is what kept that review score down.
This is going to be a good game. Prince of Persia, when it comes out. However, now we know it's it's not in trouble. It's just...
I thought it was delayed indefinitely, right?
Yeah.
I think they're starting from the ground up, something like that. They're rebuilding from the foundation. Look, they've got a good blueprint to work off of. I believe in the end, this game will be good. Prince of Persia is my new my new Skull and Bones.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm getting behind Prince of Persia now, like I was for years behind Skull and Bones. Okay.
Cool.
This is the game I believe in. Starfield. What happened with this game?
I'm proud of me and Isla, and ashamed of all the hosers in the YouTube comments who told us to pick this up.
So many people
To do what?
To pick up Starfield.
Starfield.
So many comments were like, I can't believe you didn't pick up Starfield. I'm like, A, it's going to come out a buggy nightmare. B, there's no way it's coming out this year.
I thought this was going to I thought it was going to be a visionary swing, a visionary kind of game. They're going to be doing some. It's literally No Man's Sky.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you pick it up again next year?
Starfield?
Knowing now what you've seen? Yeah.
100% no.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
100% no? It's clearly an 86 at best, or at worst. That's the floor for that. That's an 86.
Starfield?
It depends, Kyle. I think
yeah.
it depends on how
think
buggy it is
so.
at release.
I don't even
Like,
think the bugginess. I just think it's going to bore
What
people
did
out of their
Cyberpunk
skulls.
get?
Let's see. Skull and Bones. We know what the situation is here, right?
What's the situation? Hold on. What for somebody who's
These
just watching this video
developers-
for the first time? What's the
All right.
situation?
The developers are under the gun here. Look, they made a game. It's probably a good game. It's not the game the audience wanted. Okay, there may be an audience out there that wants this game, but the game that was pumped, the audience that was fired up for this game, it's not quite that. It's not what they want. So it's still probably going to be okay. It'll be fun, I guess. It's just, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for as well. But look, those are just all hopes and dreams. I thought when they said, from all the information I had gleaned over years of following this game, rebuilding it
You've been their one big fan
from the ground up, putting the money in, they heard loud and clear what the criticism was. People wanted a single player experience. They wanted a fully, a world you could explore on foot, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Somehow, after going back to page one and spending hundreds of millions of dollars, they still ended up with essentially the same game. I don't know. People are telling me it's different. To me, it looks like it's the same, which originally, when they first showed this game 4 or 5 years ago, I said, yeah, that looks fun. I don't know what the problem is. Everyone's upset. It looks like a good game. So it's funny because it's like, it's the same thing. But anyway.
A little part of me just died.
What?
Seeing your hope fade out in Skull and fucking Bones.
Yeah.
What's the
You
score?
just killed me a little.
Skull and
Yeah.
Bones?
What's your prediction?
Well, it's hard to say because the way these what's the Metacritic? We're not using that. OpenCritic.
OpenCritic.
The way
Yep.
this site is manipulated with scores and the wave of hate that people are going to be absolutely satiated now by being able to hate on it with some level of justification.
I think the
instead of
$70 price tag is going to be involved in the scores. Yeah.
That's a part of it, and
yeah,
people are just
Yeah.
piling on with this thing, and they're in a bad place, Skull and Bones. I really feel bad for the development team, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing ends up with a high 70s, It gets just totally screwed, 78, 70, 77, 78, it sucks.
The worst case scenario is 78.
Worst case, I would be surprised to see a 76 on this thing with the wave of vitriol that's going to be absolutely unleashed.
Don can't
upon
think
it.
of numbers lower than that, despite having 2 on his team.
Trek to Yomi, this is the kind of thing that makes your head hurt. You say, what's wrong in the world when, any game gets 72? I mean, to me, a game that's to get 72 is hardly functioning, right?
No!
The way rating, you look at some other 72s and they're really games that are hardly even fun. You can't get, move around, nothing's happening. It's basic mechanics are not in place for a game to work, and it's getting a 72. But somehow Trek to Yomi got a 72. Gigabash, we're excited about. Everyone's excited
I'm
about
excited
this game.
about it. I just had to counterpick something.
King of the Monsters, War of the Monsters, the Godzilla fighting games. This is a genre that's been ignored. Every time one of these games comes out, it's a lot of fun. People are happy. We're just hoping there's a little bit of depth to the fighting.
That's my thing with why I counterpicked it, was like, we're always really hopeful with these games, and then they never seem to deliver.
Well, they do, but yeah, not fully. A lot of times the fighting is
they don't deliver in a way that reviewers will care about.
Yeah. Return to Monkey Island. This was an early swing. Maybe I should drop this. I don't know.
You can't.
Can't drop it.
Can't drop it. Yeah, this was one of those that I knew I had to spend money. I knew I had to make picks, and I saw the very first announcement.
6 months left.
The announcement for it
5
before they
months
showed
left.
anything except the logo. I said this is worth it to take a risk on.
I think it's going to be good. I think
80. I think you got a solid 80 at least on that.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I think so too.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Like, there's pedigree. It'll be fun. It'll be cute, and it's a PC. Like, I bet you PC gamer and stuff. They'll review it well.
Yeah.
Like, you want the niche PC stuff, because only 7 people review it, and they all give it an 86.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Less people will probably review it, and there will be some love for it. Mario
Like
Strikers.
Norco.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Are you too burnt about Norco?
What's Norco?
If you go to OpenCritic, it's one of the best reviewed games of the year. It's exactly what you're describing.
Oh, is it like some little PC game?
Yeah.
I heard of this, yeah.
Look at this, Freshly Frosted, 91. Like, who picked up Freshly Frosted?
Wait, is that the donut game? That Blood
Yeah.
was raving,
Yeah, Blood
was
keeps
raving
talking
about
about
this
that.
game for weeks.
He's just like, love that donut game, and we're like, what are you talking about?
Kept posting.
It's just a puzzle game. It's just a little donut puzzle game.
Yeah.
People love this.
People like donuts, Kyle.
Yeah.
Give it an 80. Don't go over the top with us.
Kyle is starting to see with some of the frustrations now that I feel with this. It's a flawed system. It really is.
Hell is other people, you know? It's all just people choosing things, you know?
We've got about 100 games that came out in the last 3 years that should be over 90. That's all I can say.
Sure.
You know?
Okay.
Mario Strikers Battle League, what can I say?
Why did you pick this? Their sports games of late have always under-delivered.
Strikers in the past has been very, very fun. A couple ago, you know what? Back on the Wii U, I think, or I forget which was the last one that was super fun, or maybe just a couple before.
I think it was one on GameCube, one on Wii.
Yeah, the GameCube and the Wii one were both pretty excellent, and I thought they were ready to be excellent again. It just boggles my mind what Nintendo is doing with the sports franchises right now.
I mean, look at Next Level, who just put out Luigi's Mansion 3, right? They have that going for them. So you're like, oh, this is an all-star development team. There's no way.
Yeah.
Sure.
But after golf, dude,
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. And then Switch Sports wasn't that great.
I thought Strikers was a safe low 80s. Very, very the safest low 80s you could possibly pick up, honestly. When I got it, I felt comfortable with that. I said, this thing isn't going to blow anyone away, but it's got to be at least very good.
That first trailer it instilled confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotham Knights. I don't remember. I think I took this not because I had a huge amount of confidence in it. I just needed another big game at the time.
Ben was high on this one. He said that this one's good.
Gotham Knights?
Sorry,
Metal Hellsinger. Yeah, Gotham Knights. So, you know, and I took it, I think, right after you stole Kirby from me. I was very upset, and so I just
a little on tilt. I do remember Ben Moore saying Gotham Knights is going to be super good.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, not trouble
Kyle's
at
being
all.
sarcastic. Okay.
Sorry,
This
I thought
is
you were talking
happening.
about Metal
Let me get to
Hellsinger.
the end of this list here. I'm getting upset now. Metal Hellsinger. This is going to be a good game, okay? The word on the street, the word out in the middle of nowhere. In the farthest reaches of our known universes, people are saying this is going to be good. Yeah, exactly. This is going to be good. Evil West. Everyone loves this game, right? So I've got a few left.
I think this one's going to be a stinker, but I don't know.
I've got a few left in my corner.
What's the difference between Evil West and Weird West?
Totally different kind of game. Evil
Is
West
this the one with Ron Perlman?
Evil West is first person, like action, all kinds of magic. You got vampires.
Oh, this looks cool.
Yeah, it looks super awesome.
I was thinking of Weird West. Then.
Weird West yeah. And there's another West also. There's a few Wests.
There's Hard West.
Hard West.
Which is getting a sequel, I think, suddenly.
Already, yeah.
Is Evil West guaranteed coming out this year? This is a great pickup, Don.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think it got a September
2022.
Release. Yeah.
Is that New Blood?
Evil West is going to be
Is that a New Blood game?
New Blood? Is it? I don't know.
Flying Wild Hog is the developer.
Oh, we just played something by them, I feel like.
So I'm in a little bit of a pickle with my team, as you can see. I mean, I definitely, it's not over if Metal Slug Tactics comes out. If Hollow Knight ends up being as good as we thought it was going to be 3 years ago. If Saints Row delivers, which it really could. Just a fun
You've got
experience.
Ragnarok. If that hits this year.
Ragnarok is the only guarantee I feel like I have. And then all these other ifs, if Metal Hellsinger and, Gotham Knights surprises, Evil West, hey, I'm right back into this thing. But as of right now, I got to be very cautious. I just got to say, well, be a realist.
And you didn't believe that Final Fantasy 16 would come out, which is correct. Somerville, we'll see. I think if that hits, it'll be good. But
yeah, it's probably going to be good.
And yeah, so right now you have 50 points.
I'm sitting at a 50. Yikes, not good, right? But it's still a lot of potential on the horizon, so I for sure haven't given up hope.
Yeah, because you're expecting 12.
If things like, Turtles, I mean, these kind of things are happening, so...
Normally you've given up hope at this point of the year. So yeah, respect to Don for sticking with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don, you really... I think you put together a pretty decent team here. Certainly... It seemed like you're taking it more seriously, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hinges on Silksong, to be frank. It's like if Silksong's happening, you are a contender.
Well, I need Silksong and a couple other things to happen, I think. Because what am I? I'm over 50 points behind you or something.
If you get 2 games in the 90s, that's 60 points. Because you get 30 points for a 90.
Oh, yeah, true.
So like, if you go to the top, Don, it has for your projected totals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it thinks you'll get 112 right now.
That's not much.
So it thinks you'll be third.
I mean, look at the projection. It's not even the same ballpark.
It thinks I'll win again, and I still have 5 open slots, but...
It's accounting for your open slots, I think.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. It probably weights those somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
think it gives you 6s for your open slots. Yeah.
All right, Bossy, take us through your team here.
All right, so Horizon was just about to come out when we did the draft, and I just needed a sure thing. I was pretty stoked about that. Gran Turismo 7, another sure thing. I'm stoked about that.
Great pick.
Good pick.
Splatoon 3, I think will do well. Kirby did great. Somerville's got to happen. Please, Somerville. Stray's doing great. Oh my gosh, if we stopped here, my season looked so good.
Yeah.
If we just stopped right there and was like, hey, this is all, that's it, but we got to keep going. Bob Rush, Cyberfunk, I don't know what's going on. They're still tweeting GIFs.
Okay, yeah, what is happening there? I didn't know what was
I kind of picked it just because I was just like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I didn't know what's going on here.
Yeah. Either. They had no E3 trailers or presence during any of those summer shows.
And what turned you on to this Bomb Rush Cyberpunk?
It was like your 7th pick.
How'd you get this thing so early?
Do
you remember?
Yeah, they just when we hit the week that we did the draft, they put out like a gameplay mechanics trailer. And what I like about Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is that it's one of those games that fills this very particular genre of a game that doesn't get made anymore, the jet grind radio. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, if it fulfills that promise, it will review well because it's in this space all by itself.
Right.
We'll see though. Final Fantasy 16, I truly believed in. Up until the day of that trailer. Yeah.
On his team?
I thought you... No, but I thought you were like... for some reason, I had remembered you being like, I'm not sure it's coming out this year, but I
did challenge you to counter-pick it, I believe, yeah.
Oh, is that what it was?
You did. I recall.
I mean, look, it's deep in my draft. It was deep in my draft.
Yeah, it was like your fun. Did we draft 10 or 8?
Salute.
10.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was like 3 from the end.
Bayonetta 3, I think that'll review well. I think that's easy points too.
Oh,
great get.
Good
pick.
80's
good easy. Pick. If it comes
Chocobo GP is a great shame.
Yeah. What?
If I end up in last place, I will be streaming using a costume I've created from one of those characters.
Oh my god.
Oh, we doing that again?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, did we make those terms again?
Yes, we did.
We did the same.
I'm almost
terms
positive.
We did.
Yeah.
It's in the wiki.
I'm almost 100%
it is
positive
in the
we
wiki.
didn't do that, but okay.
We did.
We did. We did the same terms. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for carding games. You know, part of the fun of having a fantasy publisher is picking up games that you would want to publish. And I just didn't know it would be that bad. That one hurt.
Yeah, I was shocked that it was a 60. Like, I thought it would be not great, but certainly not so bad.
Yeah.
Like, we streamed it and we were all just like, oh boy.
Yeah. It's an oh boy. Lego Star Wars, I'm pretty stoked about that, actually.
Good
82 is great. Yeah.
For that,
Switch
it's
Sports.
Amazing, yeah.
Switch Sports, I mean, this is first party Nintendo.
Yeah. Their sports games,
that's
something's up. Something's up with their sports games, man.
I'm not touching another one. Next year, if they're doing Mario Basketball, I'm not touching it.
I won't even touch it. It's just bizarre.
Moss Book 2, I have to be honest, was a tip. That was an absolute tip from the comments or from chat. It's not a game that would have occurred to me, but that was like, oh yeah, that will obviously review well.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's a good tip
off.
Call of Duty was a sneaky pickup before it was announced. There were just a lot of rumors about Modern Warfare 2 this year and it being good, so it's like, okay. But then also, I'll make a bad pickup like Anno Mutation M, which was just a good trailer.
Okay. I had a theory that you got this one thinking it was an Anno, like Anno series, like the Civilization style, like top-down games, because those always review well.
Yeah,
and you have beaten me picking up Anno games before. Yeah, you have beaten me picking up Anno games before.
You picked up the wrong kind of Anno.
No, I really liked that trailer.
So you knew what you were doing. Okay.
Yeah, but I also didn't. Pokemon Scarlet, I must have outbid you two. I don't know how I picked up Pokemon.
I don't know how you got that.
I don't think I
Yeah, I don't think I bid.
On
I
it,
think it
'cause
was just one of those
Oh,
ones.
really?
Where you,
I don't believe in Pokemon games.
I still think they
Okay.
need to notify people when
It's every Thursday, Don.
I know, but why don't they send you a note? I've said it. It's like I'm beating a drum here. Send a notification.
Because it's like 3 people running this website.
A bid has been made. It's
One person, yeah.
It's an automated process.
Yeah,
It's
I
an
think
excellent
it's like,
website.
Yeah, one person with like
Just a
a helper
suggestion.
sometimes. But please text Don every time a thing happens. Personally.
Yeah, just text Don.
Developer
This is an automated.
of the
Couldn't they automate it now? All right.
Soul Hackers 2, I think, is going to be high 70s.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good pick.
Forza Motorsport, I'm heartbroken about.
Yeah.
I swore this was the year. I swore it. I knew it was the year. I said, there's no way. Okay, I think this was soon after the Starfield delay. I was like, okay, now I know for sure there is no way that Xbox doesn't have a big fall season game.
Right.
There's no way. Every year, Xbox has a holiday game, right? And then another year is going by. They don't have shit.
Just
Yeah. And then a new mainline Fire Emblem game. I was on that subreddit, Gaming Leaks and Rumors. I saw some screenshots, and I said, it's happening this year. It's happening. This is the year for Fire Emblem.
Those are some low-res screenshots, too, if they're the same ones that I saw.
Yeah, but they're legit.
Like,
they're legit, though. That's what makes
they
them
look legit, but they look like they came off a postage stamp. They're, like, tiny. and like, of the rumor to be, like, this game's been in the can for a year. They're just sitting on it.
Yeah.
And those
It's such
are
a
the leaked
tasty
images?
rumor. I have to pick it up. Yep.
But you can't drop it, right?
I cannot drop it. So here's what I think. I think there's a Nintendo Direct this month. They're going to announce the Switch Pro and Fire Emblem this year.
I mean, if it's this month, that would be so funny.
Yeah. Then I would win. If that happens, I win. Easy win.
I mean, Fire Emblem will score incredibly well if it comes out this year.
But yeah, I got to acknowledge that is unlikely. I got one open slot. Homeworld 3, always bet against Gearbox.
Yeah.
Saints Row makes me nervous. And then Skull and Bones, I think, is going to be positive points for me, negative points for Don.
Wait, so in order
Good
for it
meme pick, anyway.
for that to happen, what would need to happen then, Kyle? It needs to score under
70.
70.
You think it's going to be under 70?
I think
Skull and
70,
Bones
zero
is
points.
no better than Chocobo GP.
Let me ask you this now.
Sure.
Is it actually the quality of the game you're talking about, or are you talking about the noise in the world that's going to affect the average
I'm talking
score?
about the quality of that.
You've gone off.
shitty
Kyle is
pirate
cracked up. You've cracked up for a final time, Kyle. It's going to be a pretty decent game for
Dude,
what
it's going to
it
be
is.
like Roller Champions. It's going to be like shitty multiplayer boats, and you're going to get bored of it in a day.
I'm not even going to try the
And they're going to make you
multiplayer. I
sign
already
in to
told you
3
that.
things just to
I
play
will
it.
not try the multiplayer.
I mean, I didn't watch that presentation. Though I heard it was hilarious watching you try to keep your positivity up throughout it. He reacted to the thing. It's a good-looking team, Kyle.
Yeah,
you
you're
got me
looking great.
nervous.
You got
Honestly,
some
you got me
excellent
really
picks
nervous.
here. You got me very nervous.
Currently, he's at a 90, so almost double what Don is sitting at currently.
Unreal.
Don, don't forget to counterpick another thing, because you'll lose 15 points at the end of the year if you don't.
I think he should wait, though. We're about to get desperate with our pickups, especially you.
I agree.
He should almost wait. Oxenfree 2. I don't know. Well, we'll get to your team.
Yeah, so my team. Are you done with your team?
All done. All good
All
to
right.
go.
Isla Interactive. Obviously, Elden Ring was just an incredible get. One of the highest scoring games in history. So
Remind me. I have a
Lucky.
question for Kyle after you get through your thing. Just remind me.
go ask Kyle the question.
Kyle.
Yeah.
For what it is, the genre it's in, Shredder's Revenge.
God damn it!
What more do you want from a beat 'em up that you would say this thing deserves a 90 something? What is this game missing?
The best version of a donut puzzle game is still not going to be better than Elden Ring. The perfect donut puzzle game is still a worse game than Elden Ring.
Okay.
And that works the same a little bit for Shredder's Revenge, unfortunately.
How unfair is that?
I think that
How unfair is that?
average,
That
like,
is
reviewers,
a completely unfair system.
I think that
and
the
this
way
is why
reviewers
this world
go
is in the state
yeah,
of
you're
affairs
right. The
it's
world
in.
is not fair, Don. Why do you think why do you think the world is fair?
Because if it's a ratings system, that needs to be fair. We're not talking about mercurial emotions of a human being. We're talking about a fact-based numbers system. Okay?
All right,
so you can't just say a perfect 10. If this game is a perfect 10 for what it is, it's a perfect 10 for what it is.
I don't think a brawler is ever going to get better
So you're saying
than
a brawler,
90.
no brawler in the history of can ever be a 90?
So like it would just have to be exemplary. Like so,
What
like
would
the
make
boss
it
fights,
exemplary though. Above
the boss fights of Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring has 100 bosses.
Okay.
It is more engaging to fight with those bosses than the Turtles bosses.
Yeah, but it's apples and oranges. I mean, how do you possibly?
No! Don't you do that? The bosses are bosses.
No,
these are
bosses
two boss
are not
fights.
bosses. You're talking about a
Bosses
2D
are
beat 'em
bosses.
up. Yeah, it's a completely different for what it is.
So if I
You're in
felt
the realm
as
of 2D
engaged, if I was as sweaty with the Turtles bosses as I feel with Souls bosses, then it would I'm really more engaged with this Turtles game.
Right, but don't you think then that's literally just a personal preference of, I prefer this type of game more than this type of game? Because if this game is a 10 in its genre, I mean, but you're saying, yeah, but it's just not my style of thing. I don't get as into that kind of game, even if it's a 10. It's just absolutely, crazy, I think, that it can't be. We have to look at these in a... I mean, you're not going to compare... Bill and Ted Face the Music to
I'm going to.
Well,
this is like Don, it's like you took the perfect video of a dog at the park. You saw a funny dog at the park, you made the perfect video of it, and then you're like, I deserve an Oscar for this.
Yeah.
And I'm saying Shredder's Revenge is just a video of a dog at the park. It's great. Elden Ring is perfection.
He's quivering. You can't see it on camera. He is vibrating with rage.
All right, let's keep moving through this list.
Are you ready? Are you okay?
Just needed to clear that up.
How do you feel now having cleared it up?
Worse.
Okay. Have we learned something
But it makes
today?
sense a little bit, though. Why? Yeah.
All right, so Don,
Yeah.
straight answer. I think if Turtles wanted even better reviews, like this is dirty talk, like more developed skill trees, it would have like more developed leveling up system and experience point system and like deeper progression and like more varied skill sets. I think the super meter would work differently.
Oh, okay.
I just think that certain people don't love brawlers and are going to review a brawler.
I just think there's
even if
a
they're
lot
trying to be fair, they're never going to give it a 10.
There's a lot to ignore in it, though. It's like funny because it's a brawler and because of the way this one is particularly how accessible it is. It's easy to just go through this game and literally you can do 3 things the whole game if you choose to. Or if you choose to, you can be like, holy smokes, this actually has a super... Like, you can go through and you can just spam the super meter through the entirety of the game, and you can say, oh, wow, there's not a lot to this game. Or you can actually, like, explore it in its fullness and be like, this, for a brawler, for a beat-em-up, is unbelievable. Like, this is, like, taking it to the max level. I don't know. That's how I felt.
That was true. Like the first time we played it, we did a full playthrough, but when I did a full playthrough with 6 people, I was like, this is whatever game. Yeah, and I missed the tutorial, so I was just hitting square the whole time, and I was like, this game is boring. And then when I actually saw the tutorial and knew that there were moves, I had more fun.
Just to be clear, one of my favorite games of the year, 86 is a ridiculously good Open Critic score.
Perfect score for that game.
Yeah.
That's like the best. I honestly think that's like the best that game could have done.
I think
just
you're
because
right.
The world
that's
isn't
why
fair.
it's a broken system.
Okay. Hey, we're all here playing the same game.
Yeah.
Any game should be able to, if it's great, it should be able to get 100. And some games should get 100 once in a while. This should happen.
Elden Ring very nearly did. It was damn near, it was higher than this for a minute. It was like 96, 97 for a while, and then it went down to a 95. But yeah, so Elden Ring got a lot of points. Happy about it. Total War Warhammer 3, 86. Exactly where I thought it would land.
Great pickup. Second round pick. Killed it.
Then I'm a little less confident in like the whole rest of my team. Previous years I had a few like sneakers that I was like, these guys don't know about computer games. I'm gonna get this one and get 90 points, and they won't even know what it is. Ha ha ha. I don't feel like I have a great couple of those this year. So Sparks of Hope, I'm very hopeful if it actually comes out this year.
I think it's gonna do great.
I think it'll be 82-ish. I really love the first one, so Plague Tale Requiem I think is going to score very well, unless it has some kind of weird tech problem. I think
that was a great pickup.
Really good. Sea of Stars I need to drop, because it won't come out this year, which is a bummer because I think it'll score well. Dark Tide, who the hell knows, man? I just, this is a heart play. I really, really love Vermintide, so we'll see. I will not be shocked if this game gets a 90 or a 70. Like, I will just be like, yeah. Like, and no matter where it lands on the scale, I'll just be like, yeah. Homeworld 3, yeah, I don't know what I was smoking. Like, Gearbox, there's no way that was going to come out. But if it did come out, it would probably score well. Oxenfree Lost Signals, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Never played the first one. Huber, sometimes he's always like, Oxenfree, dude! And I'm like, okay.
Is Netflix publishing that?
Oh, Lord, I think you're right. So it's going to be weird, and like no one's even going to know how to review it. Sometimes you get lucky, though, if a game only has like 3 reviews.
Yeah, well, so it's still going to be on Steam. It's still going to be on Steam. Just triple confirmed.
So they won't like review bomb it.
Right.
Little Devil Inside, I think, will perform well if it ever exists. But who knows? Tunic did pretty well. What's this face?
I don't know if that's coming out this year either. Little Devil Inside.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't
It's been
a
heard
while.
anything about
What's crazy is they had that whole trailer like, here's the game. Let me show you everything about this game. And like, obviously it was coming out soon.
I don't remember if that was... I don't remember when that was, but like, I remember thinking like, oh, this year for sure. Like, they showed us the game, you know? It's like, done. So who knows? It's very hard to predict during these COVID times how long things are going to take. But that game looks really crazy. Tunic did pretty well.
Oh my gosh, look at these pickups.
I haven't played it yet. Ollie Ollie World, I had a feeling would do really well.
Wow, 86 for Ollie Ollie World. Wow.
Yeah, excellent pickup.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, Xenoblade, I hadn't actually seen the score in. That's really good.
Wow.
I figured it would
I'm
be
ashamed.
good.
I'm ashamed.
That was a tip-off, too. Like, chat was like, you should get Xenoblade, and I was like, oh my god, you're right.
I think you spent a healthy sum on that, too. It was worth it. It was clearly worth it.
Yeah, I think I put in, like a lot of times I'll bid, like, not too much. That one, I think I bid a little more. Like 12 or 13 or something. Scorn, I just kind of put on there, because I think the trailer looks good. And Huber and I played it a billion years ago.
I thought we said we're not allowed to pick up Scorn.
I wasn't aware of that.
This is a conflict of interest.
I mean, they definitely used to sponsor us. I've played this game. Like, we had a preview build 100 years ago.
You got to play it?
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
So what I'm saying is, if this game reviews well, Easy Allies is partially responsible.
We're not reviewing it.
Right, but Easy Allies promoted this game.
Oh, sure. I mean,
for months and months and months.
No one listens to us.
Nobody listens to us. I honestly don't think we will have influenced the reviews, but
Scorn is practically known because of Easy Allies.
Yeah, probably.
Actually,
Somber Tapestries is like a catchphrase because of us, probably.
I honestly think it'll review really well. It's because it's so particular. It's just so its own lane. I think Scorn's gonna review really well. I think it's good.
Or it'll review poorly for the exact same reason. They'll be like, "This game's gross."
Yeah.
It's like, it's just not my thing. I mean, I have the power to drop it if you think I should.
No, I was just joking. I don't think you should.
Okay. Callisto Protocol, if it actually hits this year, that last gameplay was looking pretty cool. Kind of framey, but pretty cool. Hopefully it's good. 2 Point Campus is one of my classic PC type game pickups. I really enjoyed 2 Point Hospital, so hopefully this one will be
That one's got to do pretty good, I think.
Good. We'll find out.
Here's
in a
my
week.
question.
It comes out on the 9th.
Isn't campus like inherently less interesting than a hospital?
Yeah, that was my initial thought too, but I think because these games are so goofy and weird, you'll probably get into all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I do wonder, like, because like there's a ticking clock element of a hospital. You know, it's like these people are gonna die or turn into Freddie Mercury's. What's gonna happen in 2 Point Campus? Like someone's gonna flunk? Like I don't know. But the classes, I'm sure, like their major will probably make them look like a certain thing and stuff. It'll be funny and weird too. So could be fun. Right. I really and like. There's something in the water about like campuses and schools right now because like a few games are doing that sort of vibe too, like The Sims and stuff. Cult of the Lamb could go either way, honestly. I think it could be good, but I'm not overly confident. I think it could be a high sevens.
I think that's a good one. That's a great pickup.
Okay.
I feel like that's like Binding of Isaac. You got your cute roguelike that's secretly nasty. Like I feel like that's money in the bank.
Hope.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to counterpick anything ever, but like my counterpicks are always just hoping they won't come out that year, or in the case of Gigabash, just it's a Dawn pick, so I figured it's probably bad.
Yeah. Gigabash for me was also one of my heart picks, so you definitely
anything Don really believes in, I'm like, okay, that's a 2.
Just like I want it to be good.
But I do think I'll lose a few points on Gigabash, actually. I honestly do. Hopefully not too many, I'm kind of worried about it. But yeah, right now I have an actual 97. The machines predict
not bad.
187 for me, 150-ish for Bossman, and 113-ish for you, Don. So,
nice. So can I drop any now or not really?
You can drop will not releases from your... No, you can't drop anything.
No, I didn't think so. All right, so I was just making sure. So I have no room to maneuver now. I kind of just got to sit tight and see what happens, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of the year left.
That was the thing. I mean, this is actually something I wonder about, because you guys both did this last year too, where you filled up your teams like pretty early. I tend to save a few for like the fall and Game Awards kind of vibe. And like I get into a really nice situation with this stuff where like last year I had one slot open that I just didn't bother filling because it could literally have only hurt me. It could have only lost me points because I already won because you guys were locked in. So like I'll get to a point this year, like if all your reviews come in, I'll know the exact number I have to try to beat, you know?
Yeah, and then you can go more conservative. You could go with some games that are probably 7s, but like that's all you need is a 7.
Like if I need 6 points, I just pick something up that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know? It's interesting. I don't know. But yeah, this is really fun. I like it. Because I'm winning. If I was losing, I would hate this like Don does.
But look at that. If the money value, so here's the thing too, Kyle, how many spots? He only has 1 spot, right?
1 spot.
So, but look at that, $61 in the, talk about a frugal shopper, Kyle. I mean, I'm impressed.
54,
How on earth did you fill up your roster and you still have $54 left? It's unbelievable. Because Isla still has, 4 slots open?
Yeah, 5 because I have to release.
So you've got a lot of cash on hand. Is it eating you up that there's nothing you can do with this money?
The big boy's coming. The big boy's coming is the way I figure.
So, and you just want to put a guarantee. You said I want this.
Like
sure.
I bet by the end of August I'll have filled it in actually.
Yeah, I always want to be able to outspend either of you.
But you're also trying to spend that all.
Money is power, Don.
Well, but you get to a point where you can't do anything with the money. Maybe I don't know. Like I have $19, I can't do anything with it. That's driving me nuts.
I mean, the points, you know.
What do I do? Okay, there's got to be something
it's
I can
the points
spend
that do the talking here, not the money.
Yeah.
Points talk, money walks.
It's part of the equation here. I got to do something with this $19.
You literally.
You could add it to a trade with me. You can add it to a trade with me.
Trade it with.
You can give me
trade
that money.
You include money in the trade, so they do have that as the option. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So there it is. Yeah,
you
that's
could just
that's
give
a
us
good
money
mechanic. That's
for no reason.
I could just give you. Can you do that? Just a trade for nothing, $19 for nothing.
I assume. I didn't even know there was trading until I saw this bloody thing show up here a month ago.
Yeah, you look at that, $40 a budget right there in the thing.
Kyle wants to give you $40.
Yeah.
And Splatoon 3 for God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing from you is that you're not trading God of War for anything.
I don't think so.
Because then your counteroffer was his entire team, and he takes all
the
your
only
garbage.
way I would do it is essentially if he'd somehow accept trading away to lower his score. If any trade I do now will actively reduce your score by a lot it's at right now, with the hope that maybe you'll get those points back with Ragnarok, I'd be able to do that. But in terms of just a straight trade like that, that's not going to bring him actually down at all. The trade would need to somehow reduce his number of points he already has. And I don't think Kyle wants to go down that road.
Yeah.
Not with Ragnarok, at least. Ragnarok's all I've got.
Road to ruin. Well,
tough spot.
That's where our teams are at. How are you
So a question I get asked a lot about is next year.
Yes.
If we'll be introducing new players.
That's a question, yeah. I know that there was some talk of putting Jones in there.
Maybe we swap out. Who
Ben's
knows?
now left.
No. Don't swap out. Don't swap out. Jones would be the new worst.
Well,
that's the exciting thing about having Jones in here is he would be the new last place.
Yeah. Because he would make some bonkers picks.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Let me take one more look at my team here. Now, what's going to be the lowest scoring? I just got to sort of get my head in a frame of
Skull and
mind.
Bones. It's Skull and Bones.
It's probably going to be Skull and Bones. But right now it's Trek to Yomi, which could be a cool cosplay.
Oh, that'd be cool cosplay, yeah.
Yeah, black and white cosplay.
Skull and Bones wouldn't be terrible either. Okay.
Trek to Yomi, dude. I know the guy who made that. I guess it's all style and no substance? That's what I didn't play it.
Yeah, I guess. That's what they say. I played a few minutes of it, actually.
But yeah, I mean, whatever. If we add people next year, that'd be chill. It's up to them. They don't work here anymore. So, I don't know. I'm down for whatever. It would be cool, but no pressure to them. So, I mean, they've got lives and whatever.
We'll talk about it in January, I guess. That's a January conversation.
We could figure it out. Yeah. So
how are you going to make that call in August?
Right, exactly. So we'll check back. We will do a results and new picks in January. Barring incident, maybe February, whatever.
Barring incident.
Barring incident.
I like that clause.
Just don't get all mad at us if it's a month later than you are expecting.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I'm sorry Mommy yelled at you in the beginning. I was just teasing. But yes, we'll be back to find out who is the winner and who has to cosplay Trek to Yomi or Skull and Bones.
I still may pull this off, actually.
You can pull this off. You pull this off.
I'm not completely
There's a
out of
path.
it. Yeah, there is a path to victory here.
And what a path it'll be. It'll be so exciting if Don pulls ahead.
It's possible.
We
need Kornacki. Do you think we could get Kornacki?
That would be cool.
What?
Do you think we could get Steve Kornacki?
I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, Adam married in there with Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get everybody.
No. Okay, just so you analyze Don's path to victory.
Oh, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Okay, so he's the guy from MSNBC who has glasses and he has rolled up sleeves and he's always determining like the path to victory for politicians.
Oh, okay.
He has the big whiteboard.
Oh, okay.
I thought you wanted him to play with us in the league next year.
I would no. I would not play against Kornacki.
Decimate us.
Anyone who understands stats or whatever, I feel like would just destroy us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Kyle. Nice to see you. You're looking well.
Absolutely.
Are you eating?
Thanks.
Are you eating enough? Drinking water?
I'm eating enough.
Are you getting exercise? You going outside sometimes?
Less than ever.
Well, that's
It's just too hot. It's like it's too hot to be outdoors right now.
It's hot out over there, huh?
Yeah.
Everywhere is hot but here. It's been like 70 every day. We've had like not.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Check your phone right now. What's the temperature?
I'll check.
84. Look at that. I don't even need
74.
to,
I told you.
Wait, why is Don got 80 and you got 70?
Mine says 84. What the heck's going on here?
Don lives in the hot maniac world. I don't know.
Okay.
What's your phone set to?
I don't know.
I refresh yours.
I have some. It's always refreshed. Look at this.
No, it isn't. Push the refresh button.
I don't need to refresh. It says the time for.
Click on it. Click on it. I'm not editing out any of this.
There's nothing. There's nothing.
I love the phrase "Don lives in hot maniac world."
It works at every level.
Yeah.
My phone's running a little hot.
Well, whatever. According to my phone, it's 74 degrees.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Who knows?
Okay, bye.